What really happened that night? Why did a single moment send millions of fans into shock, silence, and fear? Could one simple gesture, something so ordinary, truly reveal a hidden struggle behind the polished image of BTS? These are the questions that continue to echo across the fandom after an unexpected livestream with Taehyung, better known as V. It started off as a cozy, lighthearted live. Taehyung appeared relaxed, dressed casually in a sleeveless shirt that showed off his natural charm and effortless strength. Chopsticks in hand, he laughed softly while enjoying his meal, talking freely with fans in a way that made the world feel smaller and more intimate. For ARMY, it was one of those moments they treasure. Taehyung being himself, comfortable and warm, sharing his evening like a close friend. But then, everything changed. In an instant, the atmosphere shifted. Taehyung raised his hand and pressed it against his neck. At first glance, it could have been an absent-minded gesture. But the way his fingers lingered with pressure, the faint tightening of his expression, it was different. It was unsettling. The camera caught it all, and within seconds, screenshots spread like wildfire across social media. "What's wrong with Taehyung?" became the question trending worldwide. For casual viewers, it might have been nothing, but ARMY knows better. They notice every detail, every flicker of expression, and this moment was impossible to dismiss. What made it even more haunting was Jungkook's reported reaction. He wasn't even in the same frame during the live, but according to fans who noticed his quick check-in afterward, he seemed shaken. Some described it as panic, not worry, not concern, panic. And if Jungkook panicked, fans believed it meant something serious. Because when it comes to Taehyung, Jungkook has always been deeply attuned. The headlines the next day exploded across platforms. Jungkook panics as Taehyung touches his neck during live. Fans fear health scare. Clips of the moment were slowed down, replayed, dissected frame by frame. Fans analyzed Taehyung's breathing patterns, his posture, even the seconds his hand remained on his throat. What looked like an ordinary gesture to some had transformed into a chilling symbol for millions. Why? Because ARMY remembers. They remember the countless times BTS members have pushed their bodies and voices beyond the breaking point. The endless rehearsals, grueling schedules, sleepless nights, and the heavy weight of being global icons. Time and again, they've smiled on stage while silently battling pain. Jungkook himself once had to perform sitting down because of an injury, his frustration breaking hearts worldwide. Jimin collapsed from exhaustion during promotions, yet still tried to reassure fans. Suga endured years of shoulder pain before finally undergoing surgery. Jin revealed how he performed while silently suffering through his own struggles. Each member has carried invisible battles, shielding fans from worry. And now, was it Taehyung's turn? Speculation spiraled. Was it throat pain, a vocal strain, difficulty swallowing? Or something more serious, hidden behind the walls of silence that often surround idols' health? For a singer like Taehyung, whose deep, soulful voice is cherished across the globe, even the smallest sign of discomfort in his throat is a red flag. Fans whispered theories. Could it be from military training, stress from fatigue, acid reflux, a common issue among singers? Or was it simply an innocent passing moment magnified by the world's collective anxiety? But the detail that ignited the fire was Jungkook. His bond with Taehyung is legendary among ARMY. Playful yet profound, it's often described as almost spiritual, two souls connected beyond words. Fans believe Jungkook can sense Taehyung's state of mind instinctively. And so, if Jungkook panicked, it couldn't be meaningless. This wasn't just a hand on a throat. This was something heavier, perhaps a silent cry for help, perhaps an involuntary gesture, perhaps a sign that only someone who knows Taehyung deeply would recognize. And Jungkook recognized it instantly. For ARMY, this was terrifying, because BTS history has taught them that sometimes the smallest gestures hide the deepest pains. Medical experts chimed in online, adding fuel to the fire. Some suggested pressing the neck could indicate vocal strain or discomfort. Others said it might be a reflex when swallowing feels difficult, or even a sign of acid reflux, something not uncommon for singers with irregular schedules. Yet the absence of any official statement from HYBE only deepened the unease. In K-pop, silence often screams louder than words. One ARMY wrote on Twitter, "He didn't just touch his neck, he looked uncomfortable, and Jungkook's reaction tells us everything. I'm scared." Another pleaded, "Please, someone confirm he's okay. We can't stay in the dark about this." The desperation in these posts revealed something deeper. BTS is not just a band. To ARMY, they are family, healers, lifelines. Seeing even a flicker of discomfort is unbearable, because it threatens the foundation of comfort BTS has given them for over a decade. And then, the military factor weighed in. Taehyung is currently serving his mandatory duty, an environment known for its harsh conditions. Intense physical training, strict routines, exposure to harsh weather, these challenges push even the strongest to their limits. For someone already carrying the weight of years in the spotlight, fans feared the demands could be taking their toll. The haunting truth is this: ARMY doesn't just see idols on a screen. They see human beings who have sacrificed everything, often at the cost of their own health. They've watched each member endure struggles while pretending to be invincible. That history makes every small sign feel monumental. So when Taehyung pressed his hand to his neck, it wasn't just a moment, it became a symbol. A reminder that BTS, no matter how strong they appear, are still fragile humans who bleed, who hurt, who sometimes suffer in silence. And when Jungkook panicked, it amplified everything. Because if anyone knows what Taehyung hides, it's Jungkook, and his reaction spoke louder than words. The question remains unanswered. Was this a fleeting moment blown out of proportion, or was it the glimpse of something bigger, something ARMY was never meant to see? Until clarity comes, one truth remains unshakable. Fans will never stop worrying, never stop caring, and never stop standing by Taehyung and Jungkook, no matter what battles they face behind closed doors. Because for ARMY, love is not about the stage, the music, or the fame. It's about the bond that ties them forever to BTS. And this one haunting moment reminded the world of just how fragile and how precious that bond truly is.